Hey YouTube, Losing Louie here. I was just working on my property tax appeal. Okay, for those of you in California that own a home, you may want to watch this video, and in other states across the nation, you may also have an opportunity to appeal your property tax assessment. In the case of California, as you know, we have those really high property values, and within the regulations, you are allowed to appeal the assessment, the assessed value of your home. In my case, when the recession hit, I was able to reduce my property taxes by about 40%. And that held, that's a Prop 13 protection. I'm not sure if you have that in all states. But when the value of my house dropped at the recession, I was able to appeal my property tax bill and get a huge reduction. I'm just going to show you this form really quickly. If you're in California, I'm only speaking to California right now, although you can certainly research your state and find out if those property taxes you're paying, and I know they're huge, can be reduced. I've gone through this appeal process for several years now and saved tens of thousands of dollars in doing so. So it's definitely worth your time. The deadline for California in my county is November 30th. That's why I'm rushing to get this done. What happens when they reduce your property values? They then have the right to increase those values to market over time until they get back up to the basis, the purchase price. In California, thanks to Howard Jarvis, God bless you, we've limited property taxes to about 1% of the value of your home at the purchase date. So here is, I know that's a lot to absorb, but you can research your county property tax bill, the appeals section, and what it will look like is something like this. Pardon me, I'm just going to do this video fast because I just don't have a lot of time, but you'll be with the Clerk Board of Supervisors, where I am, the Assessment Appeal Application Instructions. And what it tells you here is that you have the right to appeal your assessment. You should have your property taxes in hand, even if you've already paid them, and do not withhold payment while you do this. You'll get a penalty. Go ahead and pay your taxes or if you already have, that's fine. And then proceed to fill out these forms. You'll get a rebate if they accept your appeal. And by the way, of all the years I've done this, I've never had them reject a well-formulated plan. So just really quickly, you'll pull down the application, you will fill it in, you will then tell them what you think the value of your home is based on comps. If you've never run a comp, you basically pull up realtor.com, click the sold section, and look for comparable area. Immediately surrounding homes are the best comps, and look for recent sales prices and pick the lowest. I've literally had a clerk at the board tell me this: pick the lowest three you can find. All right, that's literally, they don't dig into these things, so pick the lowest three you can find, and they're comparable in square footage and location. All right, and then go about the process of filling out the form, submitting the comps, the actual document that shows what the home was sold for. Copy of realtor.com is fine. And then you'll say, I want my assessment reduced from whatever value they say it is down to whatever the comps show. Sign that form, send it in, get it in by November 30th. In my case, that is the deadline, and you could see a huge reduction in your property tax bill. Again, I think one of the best ways to increase your precious metals holdings is to look at places that you're spending large amounts of money and see if you can curtail that or reduce that, and then redirect that money into gold and silver. So this may not have been helpful to most of you, but there may be some of you that are reluctant to do this kind of thing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Matter of fact, there are attorneys right now sending out letters that say they'll do this for you and take 40% of the savings. Okay, don't do that. Pull down the form, fill out the form, send in the form. Nobody's going to think anything bad of you. All you're going to do is potentially get a huge reduction in your property taxes. That will last for 1 year, and then they'll reassess the next year, and they will likely reassess you up to the highest sales price in your area or back to your basis. But you just fill out the form again and send it in. Okay, so again, in California, assessment appeal application, clerk of the Board of Supervisors. This will be in your county tax website. Sometimes they're a little bit hard to find, but if you'd like any information, I'd be happy to try to help you. Again, California has probably some of the best protections against high property taxes. But to other states, I'm sure you can appeal as well if you feel it's unfair. If you have a basis in your home that is well below the market value, you bought your home 20 years ago, just ignore this completely. You don't worry about it. But if you bought your home, in the last 10 years, then definitely take a look at the current comps and what your assessment is. All right, that's all I have for now, but hopefully you guys can bring down your property taxes and keep your homes, all right, and keep your precious metals too. Bye, guys.